Welcome to Nature Walk, the podcast where we delve into the wonders of the natural world and explore the fascinating stories that surround us. I'm your host, David, and I'm thrilled to have you joining me on this journey today. As we step out into the great outdoors, we're often reminded of the intricate web of life that binds our planet together. From the majestic birds that soar through our skies to the tiny creatures that crawl beneath our feet, every species plays a vital role in the grand tapestry of nature. Today, we're going to talk about a bird that's been making headlines in Ireland, the curlew. This ground-nesting bird has seen its population plummet by over 96% since the 1980s, leaving only a handful of breeding pairs remaining. The main culprit behind this decline is the destruction of their breeding habitat, as bogs are drained and cut, and haymaking gives way to silage production. As we walk through the Irish countryside, we might catch a glimpse of these birds making their way to the coast, where they'll join forces with Scottish and Scandinavian breeders who come to overwinter. It's a remarkable sight, but one that's becoming increasingly rare. But the natural world is full of surprises, and as we explore the Emerald Isle, we might stumble upon a brightly coloured caterpillar making its way across the grassy dunes of Kilmore Quay. This little creature, the emperor moth caterpillar, is a sight to behold, with its vibrant green hue and black bristles that resemble tiny tentacles. As we make our way to the coast, we might encounter a sea hare, a mollusk that can shoot off a purple dye to protect itself from predators. While they're not as common in Irish waters as they are in Western Australia, where they wash up on beaches in their hundreds, our own species of sea hare, Aplysia punctata, can still be found among the seaweeds in the shallow waters around our coast. And then there are the insects, like the horsefly that flew into one listener's house in mid-July. This huge insect with its scimitar-shaped antennae and painful bite is a native species to Ireland, and one that's not to be trifled with. As we continue our nature walk, we'll explore more fascinating stories from the natural world. We'll delve into the world of glossy ibises, which have been spotted in large numbers on the east bank of the Foyle estuary, having migrated from Doñana National Park in Spain in search of food and shelter. We'll be right back with more fascinating stories from the natural world on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host David, and we're exploring the fascinating world of science and nature today. In our last segment, we delved into the secret lives of urban wildlife, and now we're going to talk about a rather ingenious approach to tracking and conserving one of Britain's most beloved creatures, the European hedgehog. As you may know, hedgehog populations have been declining dramatically over the past decade, with estimates suggesting a decline of roughly 30 to 50%. This is largely due to habitat loss, fragmentation, and the increasing presence of predators in their natural habitats. Traditional methods of tracking these nocturnal creatures can be time-consuming, expensive, and often require extensive nighttime fieldwork. But what if we could use technology to our advantage? A team of researchers at the University of Cambridge has been working on an innovative project that utilizes satellite imagery and artificial intelligence to map potential hedgehog habitats across the UK. The key to their approach lies in identifying one of the hedgehog's favorite hiding spots, bramble patches. These thorny shrubs provide shelter, food, and protection from predators for hedgehogs, making them an ideal location for these small mammals to thrive. By using AI models to detect brambles from satellite data, researchers can potentially identify areas where hedgehogs are likely to be found without having to search for the animals directly. The team, led by Gabriel Mahler, has developed a relatively simple machine learning model that combines logistic regression and k-nearest neighbors classification with ground truth observations from citizen science platforms like iNaturalist. The results are promising, with the model performing well in detecting large, uncovered bramble patches visible from above. But how does it work in practice? To test the model, the researchers spent a day walking around Cambridge, armed with smartphones and GPS devices, checking whether the model's predictions matched reality. And the results were impressive. They found substantial bramble growth in areas indicated by the model, including a residential hotspot and even a nature reserve aptly named Bramble Fields. While this research is still in its early stages, the potential applications are vast. By combining satellite remote sensing with citizen science data, we could potentially map invasive species, track agricultural pests, or monitor changes in various ecosystems. For threatened species like hedgehogs, rapidly mapping critical habitat features becomes increasingly valuable during a time when climate change and urbanization are actively reshaping their natural habitats. As we continue to explore the intersection of technology and nature, it's heartening to see researchers using AI for the greater good. The simplicity of this bramble detector offers practical advantages, potentially enabling real-time field validation and even running on mobile devices. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. As we conclude our journey through the fascinating realms of wildlife and conservation, I'd like to take a brief detour into the world of sports, where we find an intriguing tale that, while not directly related to nature, showcases the power of human connection and creativity. Today's story takes us to Beijing, China, where tennis star Coco Gauff, affectionately known as the Fruit Salad Queen, is making waves at the China Open. This 21-year-old American athlete has not only impressed fans with her skills on the court, but has also won their hearts with her appreciation for the city and its culture. What's particularly interesting about Coco Gauff's story is the way she interacts with her fans, who have gifted her numerous presents, including stuffed animals that now decorate her home. This exchange highlights the human desire for connection and community, which is not so different from the social behaviors we observe in many animal species. Just as animals often form close bonds within their groups, humans too seek to belong and be appreciated by others. The nicknames given to Coco Gauff, such as Fruit Salad Queen and Ambassador of Beijing, serve as symbols of this connection, reflecting her positive interactions with the fans and the city she has grown to love. As we reflect on Coco Gauff's story, we're reminded that our individual actions can have a profound impact on those around us. Just like the intricate web of relationships within an ecosystem, human connections can be complex and multifaceted, influencing one another in unexpected ways. As we conclude today's Nature Walk, I'd like to leave you with a thought. Just as Coco Gauff is seeking a new nickname that reflects her tenacity on court, perhaps we too can find inspiration in the natural world to redefine our own relationships with the environment and with each other. That's all for today's Nature Walk. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep exploring your natural world.